Hi, thank you for joining us again on this episode of Edify with Fiki, where we transform lives and inspire impact. Please click on the subscribe button and like and share and leave a comment. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic, a topic that a lot of us would normally just say loosely. It's a big deal, and for me, it's the core of everything that I do. That when the foundation has been well laid and is solid, every structure that we build on that foundation is already going to last, because the foundation determines how well the building or the quality of the building. So when in the same vein in our lives, our foundation is identity, our identity, who we are. Who am I keep asking people that question, who are you? um and people will respond to say things like, oh yeah, I'm a black girl from Nigeria, from the Caribbean, I'm an African American, I'm a white person. They just give different answers without thinking it through. So to clarify our identity, we first need to understand the question, who am I? Who am I? And when you think about who you are, it's not about your ethnic heritage, where you came from, or what nation you were born, the culture that you grew up in. It's not about the family that you grew up with. It's not even about what you do, what you study to become. It's not about your wealth. It's not about your education. It's not about any of those things that we gained after the fact that we came onto this earth. So the question is, who are you? Who am I? That's a question. That's a question that if anybody is able to accurately answer, then they are off to a great start. Then their foundation is well laid, and they begin to build structures upon it. The other thing that I want to tell you is, some of you might be thinking, I'm already old, I'm an adult, I'm well into my adulthood, and I don't even know if I can answer this question, because I have believed this all along to be who I am. It's never too late to build the right foundation. It's never too late to build a foundation on who you are. So the day that you find who you are, the day that you're able to answer that question correctly, is when you begin to remodel the structure that you built, laying the right foundation for the structure that needs to be built on your life. So yes, who am I? That's a question that we always want to know, who we are. We are who God says we are. We are people of intellect. We're people of morals. We're people that God has put so much inside of, so many potential has been inside of you. If you cannot answer the question of who am I, then you can answer the question of, why am I here? Why am I here on earth? Where did I come from? Who made me? Who manufactured me? From what was I manufactured? And for what reason? Which is the question of purpose. For what reason was I manufactured? For what reason did God create me? The question of who am I transcends what we see and feel. What we see with our eyes and feel with our bodies, or hear with our ears, or taste or touch. We are we are special. You are one person that had been created uniquely. Yeah, you're being created uniquely. You are one of a kind. You're no two persons are the same. That's why science has told us that our fingerprints are not identical. When they want to identify somebody, they run the prints and they say for sure this is the person, because no two person have the same fingerprint. You are not the name that you were called. You are not the family that you came from. You are not even the social security number that has been assigned to you. You are much, much more than that. So the question of who am I is a question that you need to go back and determine, in search of the God that created us, the God that created the universe, the God that created each and every human being. We did not come from apes. I mean, that was their big bang that just happened and we just magically came. Life only comes from life. So before we can identify who we are, we need to know the one who created life in the first place. And that means that we ought to search for our identity in God. Our identity is um, wrapped in God. So if we don't find the God that created us, it's like we don't even know what purpose. So until you find the God and who you are and why you are here and for what purpose you are here, you can't be on the journey of fulfilling purpose. So this is a call to you to take a step back. My value. What are my value system? What do I value? What is important to me? What keeps me up at night? How do I reconcile, the things that I want to do and what the society is bringing my way? So the question is, of who am I? Is a very deep question that needs to be asked in order for us to attain a full clarity of our identity. So we're going to be drilling down into some of the very, very, very specific things. I talked about it loosely, but I'm going to give it a structure right now. So to know your identity, you have to be able to answer the question of who am I? You have to be able to answer the question of for what purpose am I here? Why am I even here? Did God create me to just be part of the numbers of the billions of people on earth? You have to be able to ask the question, why? What can I do? What am I capable of doing? What are my abilities? What is my strength? What is configured inside of me that I need to bring out so that I can contribute? What's the contribution that I'm here to make? And then you are on the journey of a full scope of identity and purpose. So we're going to be drilling down into that, and I look forward to this session.